Hey, what's up? It's NYC Buddha. Welcome to my channel. We're taking a culinary tour of the great city of New York. Today I have the pleasure of meeting Erin Gabriella. Erin is a bar manager at the Salon Cocktail Bar Lounge and heads a great cocktail program. Stick around and learn a little bit about her.
Hello, I'm Erin Gabriella. I'm one of the bar managers of the Salon Cocktail Bar. It was a journey that did not start anywhere near food or beverage. I was actually a model. One of the shows, they were completely overbooked. They were telling people to go home. Someone brought me aside and said, you know what, I think I have a job for you. The directors of the show was like, yeah, I want you to meet this producer. It was a wine producer. And they asked that I pour wine as the guests came in. My first time being a brand representative. And we were tasting chocolate wine. My first time bartending, we'll call it. So the great thing about it was that I actually made twice as much money doing that instead of what I would have made on the runway. So I was kind of happy that I got duped into, not the job that I was hired for, but to do something completely different. And I pondered on that for about a week or so, and then reached out to one of my friends that was a DJ and then owned a bar. He was like, I would love to actually have you if you ever want to bartend. And I was like, sure, I'll learn anything at this point. It sounds like fun. So I went the next weekend. I was a bartender, and I felt there's moments where I look to other chefs, not necessarily bar personnel. Sometimes those chefs are just like the way that they act, their creativity flows, how they're doing tastings, how they analyze a dish. That was more where I drew my inspiration. So I had one specific chef that told me I would probably be a horrible bartender when I was beginning, and I was like, no, that's not what you're supposed to be doing to make me progress and make me want to stick with it to get better. And I kind of took it to heart because I was so new. I was crying when I went home. I was like, it's okay, I'm shit. And so in my heart, that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to get better at my craft. And so I stuck with it. In a way, I kind of have to thank him for kicking me out in order for me to pick myself up and get to where I am today. So the new menu for winter is really based off of nostalgia. I drew a lot of my inspiration in my childhood, for example. So you'll kind of see some things that cocktail names that are reminiscent of cartoons, and there's some lunch boxes involved that reminded me of my lunchtime. Some other inspiration really also came from the location. So we're one of the first elevated cocktail bars down here in Tribeca. And we are so close to the Tribeca Film Festival and where all the fashion shows are taking place. So I also wanted to kind of tie in a little bit of the neighborhood and what makes it special here. So you'll see some of that on the menu as well. My favorite drink on the menu is probably the Tintin. It is inspired by the cartoon Tintin. When I was little, I got a plate with Tintin and the dog on the cover, and this one is a version of a French martini with fresh figs, cassis from France. Has a little bit of pineapple juice inside. It's paired with brie cheese that's dusted in honey and gold and some edible flowers. So there is this lovely spot called Terroir, which the team over there is absolutely amazing, super friendly. So to go over there and have a glass or two of wine. And one thing I love about it is that I never really know what I'm drinking. It's always an experiment, and it's always a fun discovery. Sometimes it's a single ingredient, like the fresh figs. Sometimes it is a new spirit or liquor that I've tasted that is unlike any of the other ones in the same category. Sometimes it is seasoned at a specific event or place that will give me an inspiration. I think for this menu, there was a lot more experimentation that went into it. So the barrel aged tasting kind of started because of the experiment. But what happens when you put an unaged spirit that has never seen a barrel before in history into what happens with it. So I sacrificed one bottle and put hydro inside, and wanted to see what would happen after a while. And then we formulated a cocktail with it after that. We found that it changed it a lot, and that it was different. No one else was doing it before, and started to really expand the program completely. Just from this one little question of what happens when. Hoping that this lovely new place gets some recognition, and not only in the industry but within the neighborhood. We can keep the seats packed and keep having a good time here. And I hope that the menus can continue to evolve, and I'll have enough creativity to keep it going in that path. But yeah, I hope that Salon and Play Salon are gonna have some staying power and an opportunity to expand.
Hey, thanks for watching today. Hope you got to learn a little bit about Erin, this great human behind the bar. Stick around and see what's next at NYC Buddha, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for great eats and drinks around New York City.